I don't even know that I'm going to post these. I'm recording all of them because if they suck, I'm not going to post them. I mean,
Just like record his arm muscle.
I do.
Just like accidentally flex a little bit.
Yeah. You guys see this right there? Yeah, that's what I'm drawing.
We just boxed the entire drawing.
I gotta use the Hulk Hogan voice, or else it's not the same. Right?
Like,
Oh, I broke my pencil. Sorry, bros. Gotta talk to my students like that too. Yo, bro, what are you drawing? That's like horrible.
you need like a
It's actually recording what I'm saying too, isn't it? I forgot about that. Very not good.
Take out the audio.
I will, yeah. You will never hear this. No, never. All right. So I'm gonna try getting back to Yoni because he's slaving away and we're laughing. All right. I'm gonna draw my silhouette shape first. Really want to kind of focus on his forms. If you can't have fun doing art, really, why are you doing it, right? There's so many miserable artists out there. I'm just like,
That's why we get to the teaching, classroom teaching.
yeah, really. You guys are the ones that make us miserable most of the time. So I really want to draw like a simple shape, and what I'm kind of trying to do is like emphasize just the structure of his torso. You know, it's really going to be wide in the upper torso, and it gets narrow through the hips. So I really want to kind of look at that and make sure it's part of my drawing. First thing I want to do is lay in my bones, right? So his ribs are going to be down here. Hey, country. There's his pelvis, right? Kind of want to draw right through it. And then his scapula. And how many ribs does the scapula fit? Goes all the way down to 6, right? So one scapula is here, and the other scapula is being pulled. So you're going to see that this axis point is a little bit different than this one. And then that silhouette shape is going to be right on the edge. So it's going to make this structure a lot bonier. So get in the habit of laying in your really simple bony landmarks because it's going to help you to understand what's happening with the form. I'm going to start with the trapezius. I'm going to go right up to the occipital bone. And I'm going to use his silhouette shape. Remember, what did we talk about? What does it look like? A hanger. There's the hanger. Right. A human hanger. Right. Because there's no such thing as an inhuman hanger. I mean, it's got to be a human hanger. Trapezius is going to come up and over, right? And then it's going to come down, and I like to draw down the center line. And then it goes all the way down to right about the midpoint of the torso. And you're going to see it wants to come up and over the scapula, which is why I draw it. All right? It's going to curve around, and it's going to go right through here. So I want it to come up and over the scapula. It's going to curve around. And it's going to go right through there. Okay? So I'm just starting to draw with that silhouette shape in mind. I just kind of want to get this idea in mind. I want to, if I can.
I know you were wearing his hat, but he doesn't have one.
He doesn't have a hat. You want me to put on a hat? Would that make you happy?
He's grabbing it.
Look at that. You didn't even move. Good job. That's when you know you're dealing with a professional. All right. His arm is coming out to here, so I'm just gonna like lay in like a basic shape for his arm. This other arm is down. Right? What's the next muscle I want to draw? I would start with the lats, right? Because you want to go from big to big. Lats are going to come into the armpit, right? And they're going to go all the way around to the other side. So you want to kind of like link them all the way through so that they kind of feel like they're moving. And you come down. Sure. Sometimes I'm just not going to answer you, okay, Quinn? She said tomato. All right. So my lats are going to kind of wrap around there, just kind of do this, right? It's almost like that cape shape. And then on the outside, right, I'm going to see obliques. I mean, what are those obliques going to do? They're going to stop, and they're going to wrap into, right, the iliac crest. On this side, I'm going to see the obliques. Push. Those country singers, they're excited. Yeah. They're all singing together. All right. So that's what I want to see in terms of my shapes, right? That last shape is going to be up here. Let's draw the deltoid, right? Deltoid is going to start from all the way up at the end of the scapula. It's going to come up and over. Comes about 1/3 down the arm, right? So if I wanted to count it, it'd be 1, 2, 3 sides, right? And then it's going to wrap over the arm, and it's going to go all the way to the end of the scapula. It is a big muscle, and it's a really strong muscle. Okay? And it kind of does this. Can I just say that my daughter does not stop singing this song? Drives me nuts. I'm like, do you know what you're singing? She's like, they're singing Ooh La La. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Oh no.
Good times. All right, so let's just kind of put these shapes in just so you guys can see. One leg is going to come out like this. All right, and then the great trochanter is going to be right through here. All right, leg is going to be foreshortened. It's going to come up in space. Okay, and it's going to come down like that. Okay. All right. So obliques are going to wrap big muscles. That's why I kind of like lay in these curves so that you understand that they establish like a really large circumference. Okay. And then last but not least, we have that little Y shape, right? Infraspinatus is a big one, teres minor, and then teres major. All right. So here's that Y. I'm going to draw it coming halfway down. Infraspinatus, teres minor, teres major. So it kind of does this. Sorry, I'm just imagining my kid singing this. It's pretty funny to me. She gets really into it. All right. I'm going to let you break your good. You can take off because I know you have another modeling gig. And I'm going to finish this really quick for you guys. Okay?
Thank
All right.
you.
Thanks, Yoni. Appreciate it. Great job. So what we have is we have these two muscles that kind of come out, right? Because your trapezius is split. So I want to make sure that I'm showing that split. You don't need to draw all these lines. I'm just kind of showing it so that you guys can actually see what's going on. All right. And then the trapeze, the latissimus on the bottom has all that tissue. All right. Kind of wraps around, has a really big circumference to it. Okay. So here's his head, all right? And then we can kind of just like lay in the rest of all this in value so you guys can kind of see where it sits. Okay, biggest thing I really want you to pay attention to is how you're kind of breaking down all these shapes and how you're seeing them separate out, because if you don't pay attention to the hierarchy, you're not going to understand why they're doing what they're doing and how these forms begin to connect, and that's what I really want you guys paying attention to, okay? Cool. It's a really quick one, but hopefully it helps. There's some better ones over there. All right, so practice over the week, and then we're going to come back and we're going to do this on Wednesday, okay?